Hey there, and welcome to Doing Things Dan's Way. So I just finished the video on the front half of this car, replacing the headlights, turn signals, running light, side marker light, DRL. Now I'm on the back side. So back here, there's a lot of bulbs on the back of this car, and they're all incandescent on an electric hybrid car. So back here we have a turn signal, we have a brake light, we have a backup light, and we have just a running light. So I got all four of those from Oxido here. I've already done this side. It looks great. It looks bright. A turn signals the backup light. Replacing the backup light is a game changer because it makes the backup camera at night let you see. I can see all the way across my driveway here, all the way to the far fence. Whereas before it's just kind of like meh. You can see this kind of area, 10 feet behind you. So it's a game changer to replace your rear backup light. But in this case, I'm just going to replace all of them and show you how to do all of them. There's really just two fixtures. There's the fixture here, which you get to from inside the hatch, and the fixture on the outside, which you still have to go inside to release and you can pull out. So I'm going to show you how to do all of these. Of course, links down below, and I've got a coupon code for you for 15% off from oxido.com. So use my link below, and then at checkout, type in Dan's Way, and you'll get 15% off the total order. So let's get started. Don't go away. This is Doing Things Dan's Way. Okay, you're only going to need a couple tools, just a little screwdriver and maybe a little plier, something like that. It's very simple. Even just a single flat blade screwdriver will get you in. So to access these, you come up here. Okay, to get this panel open, we're just going to use a little screwdriver. And we're just going to pry on this, pop off this little panel. And then if I had a bigger screwdriver, I would just go flat blade across that. But this little yellow thing here, that's actually one of these. You're seeing the end of it. It's basically a real long nut, and it's threaded at the end. That's up inside there. So what we're going to do is we're just going to loosen this up. It's a lot of turns. Okay. Okay, so now that's loose, we can kind of half close the hatch and work on the outside. Now that that plastic nut is removed, this is actually just needs to be popped off. So you just kind of pull on it a little bit, and it'll release. Is that there's a connector here with a little button you need to push it on. So push on that button there and give it a wiggle. And there we go. Now this has this piece of plastic across the front and the release tab there and there. So all we're going to do is release one side and then release the other side. And there's our two bulbs to replace. Let's grab the LEDs. So this one here is the backup bulb. I'm going to replace it with this nice super bright LED. Now we don't want to touch the LEDs because they get hot. So we're going to just stick that in there. Just locks in place. And this is the brake light. So this is the Oxido brake light. And you can see it has the same, I'll pull this one out. See, it has the same offset terminals, so it can only go in one way and lock properly. If it's fighting you, turn it around the other way and try again, because you can see these are offset. So I'm just going to put this in and just see. Okay, that went right in, no problem. If it was backwards, yeah, it doesn't want to turn. So just put it in the hole, give it it's not even a full quarter turn, and it's locked. That is all there is to do. Let's snap it back together. Okay, so the red side is the white clear bulb here. And so this just kind of goes back in place. Just going to expand the tab a little bit. Get the tabs to lock in. That's it. That's all there is to it. Okay, now we've got the fixture back together. Let's just snap the connection in place. And it all back up again. And there we go. Okay, that one's on. Let's turn on the backup light. And there's our backup light. So now we just go back up to that little nut in there. Okay, that's all there is to it. Put the cap back on. And that's that one. Let's move on to the side light, which is the brake and the backup. Okay, to get this side light assembly off, we have to go on the inside right here. And we're just going to pry this little panel. And then up inside of here, we have one of those nuts again. It's right there. And there's one right there. Safety belt out of the way. So all we're going to do is undo those two. Can get that just by hand. Okay, and there's number 2. Okay, now we have that off. We can come back out here. What I did was I put the nut back on, 5-6 times threads, and just was pushing on that while I was wiggling out here to get it to break free. So now that it's broken free, there's still one last connection back here. It's kind of like a pin and a sleeve kind of thing. So all you can really do is just have to pull on it. There you go. There's that sleeve and this little pin. Now, same thing, just gonna push the button and release the assembly. Little button right there, just push on it and pull out. And okay, so at this point, to get the bulbs out, we're gonna pull up on this tab here. That one's free. That one goes this. There we have it. So this is your turn signal lamp or bulb. So pop that one out and stick in the new one. There's only one terminal on each side here. There's that. And this here is the brake light, replacing this bulb. Now this bulb has 2 filaments, one like dim and one bright. And so when we pull that out, you're going to see that there's a total of 4 metal connections there. Same thing on our replacement bulb. There's 4 metal connections. It's got front and 3 sides of LEDs, and dim and bright as well. So I'll spin this around, snap it in. There's that. So what we can do is to go ahead and pop it in here and give it a quick test here. Okay, so there's our running light. It's already on. And one thing to notice is that when this car is not turned on, the pressing on the brakes doesn't turn on the brake lights. I think on a normal car, even with the car off, pressing on the brake pedal will make the brake lights light up. In this car, you have to start it, and then the brake lights will actually show you something. So anyway, so now that we've tested it, we know that it works, we can go ahead and reassemble the fixture. Slides down. Perfect. So all the clips are now clipped, and we can put it back together. Okay. Once that back pin is in place, it's not going anywhere. Now we just need to go inside and screw in those 2 screws. And this part's all done by feel. I can't see what I'm doing really at all, but you can feel the nut and the screw and just put them together. Sorry, there's really not much to show you in this. It's all feel. That's how it should look when it's all back together again. Well, there you have it. That's the full rear end of this C-Max converted to LED. Now, the top brake light was already LED, but now all 4 in each side have been replaced as well. Hit the links below for oxido.com and use my coupon code DANSWAY for 15% off of these LEDs. Hit up these videos here for other content on this car, including replacing all the LEDs on the front, including the fog lights and headlights, ZRL, turn signal, marker light. Smash my face to subscribe to see that content and more content coming. And until next time, guys, be blessed.